Hi, everybody. It's Harvard lawyer Lee. Well, today we are witnessing absolutely catastrophic damage throughout Florida from Hurricane Ian. We have seen pictures today that are hard to even imagine that will cause untold amounts of damage. What we've seen is just the beginning. Many people, of course, had evacuated as requested, so a lot of people are not in their homes. There aren't photographs yet of much of the damage. What we do know is that the flooding has been historic, has been extremely high, that there has been damage to buildings, to homes, to businesses that will take years and years to clean up. I personally saw Mexico Beach following the hurricane. It was a full year afterwards and was astonished at the damage and how significant it was. Tonight, I want to talk about something to help the people who have lost significantly deal with some of the insurance so that they don't get ripped off. First, I'm going to give you 4 tips of things hopefully you would do before a hurricane hits so that you don't get ripped off. But also, I realize that for many people, they're already in the middle of this. The first 4, that's not going to help them. But the last 5, I want to talk about things you can do that will make a difference, that will help you get those insurance claims in and paid, because of course that's the goal. You want to see that actually happen. Without question, insurance companies are going to be inundated. They already probably are short-staffed, just like pretty much every place is right now in the aftermath of COVID. But in addition to that, the number of claims is going to be overwhelming. So you want your claim to be fully documented. You want it to be correct so that you can get as much money from your insurance as possible. So let's talk about some of the things you can do. 4 things you should do before the hurricane hits, or frankly, this would apply to many different disasters. And the first thing you want to do is have a copy of your insurance policy somewhere other than your home. When you think about it, if your home is underwater, if the entire interior of your house is flooded from rains after the roof is ripped off, it doesn't do you any good to know that the insurance policy is in the 3rd drawer on the left under the file marked name of your insurance company. That won't help you because you can't get to it. So you want to have that somewhere else. An example of a place, of course, there may be a safe deposit box you could put it in, but of course a bank in your area may also have damage. So examples of places would be if you have a relative in another state or a home in another state, keep a policy there. You can also do things like keep a copy of the policy in your car or in your emergency packet for if you leave, so that you have the number and the information. Also, be sure to take a photograph of it with your camera so that you have at least the policy number. And here's the second tip. You also want to keep the name and phone number of your agent. You want to keep that in your phone in case of emergency. You know that you're going to call John Doe at the Smith Insurance Company because that's who you call. So always have a copy of that in your phone. Always have that information in your phone in case you need it. So the third thing you want to do in the future, if you haven't done this, you really need to get flood insurance if you are anywhere in a plane where you might have flooding. In this particular case, of course, if you haven't gotten it, I know that that's too late, and that will be scary and disturbing, but those are actually separate. Many people think that their homeowner's policy is going to cover flooding, but in most cases, it's separate. You need 2 different types of insurance, homeowners and flood insurance. So for next time, or if it hasn't happened to you yet, get both of those. And then the 4th thing you want to do is take photographs beforehand to document what you had in your home. For example, you could tell the insurance company, I had living room furniture. Well, yeah, of course you had living room furniture, but you may not remember that there was a chest over here. You may not remember what was in the chest, that you had the silver from your great Aunt Martha. There are things you won't remember when a house has been destroyed. If you have photographs, or even better, a video, you can show that. That can be your documentation. You can say, what was in my living room? Watch the video. That's what was in my living room. The video makes a huge difference when you try to document what it is exactly that you lost, because it may not be possible to do that by going into the home. So those are some things you can do before anything hits. Now, if you are in the middle of this situation and your home has been damaged, first of all, my heart goes out to you. I can only even imagine how devastating it would be to go through that, to lose not only your own home, but your community or good parts of your community. And so my heart goes out to you. This is for you. This is to help you be able to figure out how to navigate this situation. What do you do now that the hurricane has happened and your property is damaged? First thing, reach out to the insurance company. Let them know what's happened and ask them to come look at the property. It would be ideal if they could see the property immediately with the damage just as it occurred. Most of the insurance companies are going to be absolutely overwhelmed with the number of claims. So your chances of getting somebody out that day are remote. You probably are going to need to go to step 2, which is you need to take photographs and video. In fact, do this even if they're coming. You need photographs and video of everything that happened to your house. Is there water in the kitchen? Take pictures. Have the cabinets been ripped apart? Photographs. Roof gone? You want a picture of that. And video. You want as much as you can to document what has happened in your house. What are the things that you need to get fixed? What are the problems that you're going to see? It's also going to document where there was water in case there might be mold. You're going to really want all of that evidence to present to the insurance company when you make your claim. So in addition to taking the photographs, if you need to go ahead and clean up and the insurance company cannot come, then go ahead and take photographs as you clean up and video as you clean up. Whatever you're doing, video that, show that, document it so that you have it. The fourth thing you want to do is list the things that have been damaged and the things you do to correct them. It's great to have the photograph and the video. That's probably the best evidence you're going to have, but it's also useful to have a list so you can send that to the insurance company. And the final tip I would have is if there is anything you can do to protect and preserve your property, do it. It may be hard for you to do that. Tarps may be in very short supply in your area after the hurricane. It may be impossible to even get to your house because of how limited the access is by all of the officials who are preventing people from going in to stop looting. So you may not be able to do that. But if you have access to your house, do whatever you can to stop any further damage. For example, if you have a tarp and you can put it up, that will protect your belongings from the next time that there's an issue. And you want to do anything you can to preserve what you have. If you can move part of your furnishings or part of your household goods up to a higher level, then do that. Anything you can that will preserve your property, you want to do. Good luck. I know that this is unbelievably difficult. Know that the hearts of the entire United States go out to you. We realize how difficult this is. I hope this is helpful, and I wish you all the best. Thanks for watching, and be sure to subscribe. I'm going to be posting more tips for you about what to do, insurance claims, and things like that.